What's going on, guys? Third Street Reactions here. I'm Matt.
Shane.
Zach.
And we're back with Batman the Animated Series, Season 1, Episode 36.
Do you remember what happened 5 minutes ago?
Yeah, it was the poker episode. All the villains.
Almost got him.
Yeah. We talked about favorite story. Yours was, I think, the Joker's. Yeah,
But just because I love Mark Hamill's performance in this series.
I think it was objectively the most unique. But, well, it was definitely the most unique way of how they unfolded his story, like in this black and white television set.
Well, you knew it had to be probably the penultimate one.
Yeah, especially since they saved it for last.
Yeah.
But I think something about poison-tipped hummingbirds is just puts it over the edge for me. I think that's pretty funny. Yeah.
It's very meticulous.
Yeah, and I just love how he always the penguin always berates him with fancy words. Like they're like, huh?
That's a mouthful, Pingers.
Yeah, we also talked about government intelligence organizations and advanced prosthetics and masks and stuff like that. It was a pretty good talk.
You just need to get me a prosthetic penis so I can actually use it now.
Well, they make those, but you have to strap them on that.
No, I want that. Have you seen the ones where you can pump up, where you can squeeze and they just pump up and make you grow?
Really? No, I didn't know that. Oh.
Man.
I don't know why. It always reminds me of Space Truckers or whatever. Charles Dance.
I haven't seen it.
He has the one they turn. He fires it up like a chainsaw. It was like. Pop, 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 pop.
Space Truckers.
Yeah.
The movie?
Yeah. Have you seen those
Never even heard of it.
chick fuck machines where you gas fire, you start boom, 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 boom.
I feel like that's an accident waiting to happen.
Yeah, I mean they're real. They're real.
I don't know about the gas powered ones, but they do have the ones that take that pole.
Because it makes me think of Gears of War with the chainsaw lancer.
Could you imagine some chick bent over just.
Well, yeah, Charles Dance of Tywin Lannister fame.
I love Tywin Lannister.
He played a fucking
The character?
He's like a space pirate. He's a dude that had a fucking mechanical dong.
I can't imagine
And
that
he
actor
fired it
being
up.
in that a
And
production.
he fires it up. It's like, vroom. He's like talking about it. I referenced this in one of our old videos, and Jamie found the clip and put it in there.
I didn't remember, and I didn't watch the fact that Jamie did that. That's
I'm
actually
pretty sure Dennis Hopper's in that movie too.
well, goddamn. Is it older than Game of
90s
Thrones?
movie.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Anyways, guys, before we jump in, if you want to support us, check us out on Patreon. We have full-length, uncut reactions. Let's go. I saw this thing with Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie and Leonardo DiCaprio. They're doing interviews for that Hollywood movie. And they're talking about, to get autographs. They said, they both get frequently confused with Matt Damon. So Brad's like, yeah, just sign as Matt. Don't want to ruin their day. But because DiCaprio said he's been confused for Brad Pitt. And then Margot Robbie was like, oh, you can't be mad about that one, though. He's like, Leonardo, he smartly said, no, you can't be mad about any of them. What are you talking about? Oh, I forgot. Yeah, she played whatever, that Sharon Pate. Yeah.
She's such a fine woman.
She's a stunner.
Yeah, she is.
They said Jim Carrey was like, how do you do it? How did you break into the business? It's just an inspiration that you broke into the business with your obvious physical limitations. Just joking, take a backhanded compliment. Kiss his ass, Seabass.
That was it. Yeah.
I love when dogs put their ears up. It's the cutest thing.
Hey, what's with you?
No. Zoo.
Looks like Clifford. You need to get that smile off your face, lady.
Come on, will ya? I ain't got all night, you know.
So are they... Oh, shit. Oh, no. Dude, that'd be scary as shit.
The fight you're looking for, try starting one with me. Masquerade party's over, Harry.
Dude, that thing is massive.
Well, he's gonna die if you.
Yeah, he's gonna... Yeah.
There goes Batman. He wouldn't let somebody die on his watch.
This is in a Tim Burton movie. Or Zack Snyder film.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Well, Mr. John Hamner, you're a very lucky fella. We need to talk.
I wish you'd stop doing that.
Just tangled with a mugger in a werewolf mask. I tried to stop him and he threw a guy off a bridge.
Was it a mask?
You?
Well, he said it.
Werewolf
You'll find out, Shane. Just be patient.
The victim's name was John Hamner. From his uniform, I'd say he works for the zoo. I doubt it's a coincidence.
I'll get Bullock on it.
Yeah, right.
Bruce is like, well, if he's getting Bullock on him, I might as well start doing my own
Something wrong about
research.
that?
What if that guy wasn't wearing a mask?
I'm wondering when he decides he's going to make his move and get out of there. He's like, okay. Because I think trying to do it and getting caught would be the most embarrassing thing. Like when I'm trying to scare someone and they catch me, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Is that the bowl cut guy?
Yeah.
Bowl cut guy's back. Oh, all the experiments they were doing too, right?
Oh, please, spare me the melodrama. In precisely 7 seconds, all your fearsome growling won't mean a blessed thing.
Still a pretty big person. Okay, there we go.
No, the Batman interfered.
Him again? Obviously, something will have to be done about him.
Former Olympic champion Anthony Romulus announced in a letter in today's Gotham Globe
Romulus.
that he doubled his $1 million pledge to a local charity if Batman appears at his home this evening to receive the check.
Batman went to show for that.
Haven't seen you around here lately, Tony.
Been busy, Bruce.
How do you feel about this, Matt?
Serious about that ad in the paper?
A little embarrassing, if you ask me.
Dead serious. I'll give $2.5 million to the Gotham.
It's interesting that they
They got the plates on backwards, first of all.
Personally to pick up the check.
Why Batman's wearing a sweater while he's benching.
Oh, let's just say I've always wanted to check out Gotham's second best athlete firsthand.
I've seen people wear hoodies, and maybe back then they didn't always wear hoodies. I don't know.
They're used to wearing a full knit sweater.
Thinking of acquiring a new pet, Master Bruce?
Just searching for some connection between Hamner, those stolen wolves, and that hairy weirdo. The hairs check out as genuine wolf hair, but it could mean only that Shaggy was wearing an extremely fancy mask.
Gotta collect a check.
Are you supposed to show up as Batman?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
That's what I was thinking.
Batman,
Oh.
I hear you have something for me, Mr. Romulus.
please make yourself
Recognize him?
comfortable.
Recognize him?
No, was it Ra's al Ghul?
This is the guy he's bench pressing with, Shane.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Something to drink?
Can we just get on with it? Is it getting hot in here?
Hot? Why, no. I don't believe so.
Don't know what you're trying to pull, but you're not going to.
Put it on, motherfucker. What was you thinking about? Okay, yeah.
I didn't put it together until right then either. I'm like, oh yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like there's quite a nasty storm brewing, my friend.
I
Romulus.
hope so, Milo.
Yeah.
The rain will
Wolf.
make me feel cleaner after what we just did.
What's the brother's name?
And I hope he awakens before moonrise.
Remus? Because that's who they named the Harry Potter character,
I want him
right?
to
Yeah.
see the end coming.
Milo, you're a worse animal than anything I turn into.
Unibrow.
But I'm the animal who holds the key to your salvation.
Pretty sure he can beat him into submission.
You know what they say, Anthony? No pain, no gain. Steroids, Mr. Romulus? No. Too easily detectable. But there is this. Undetectable.
Look at this
and
crazy
unbeatable.
ass.
One thing you should know.
Shane, I remember at
this
one
serum
point in my life, I would have had that
contains
same look on my
steroids
face.
and
Yeah.
Timberwolf estrogen.
Dude,
Then all that remains is to discuss my
how
fate.
vascular he is, Shane.
Oh yes, your money's worth and more. Using your newfound fame to earn a fortune.
It was my own sweat that got me this far, Milo. And I intend to go the rest of the way alone.
I don't feel as bad.
The effects can't be reversed.
What?
I said reversed, Anthony, but I can complete it.
I'd just be hesitant to drink anything now.
What did you do to me?
We trust the scientist with the bowl cut.
I
No.
won't let you trick me again, Milo. Now give me that antidote. Please, just a taste.
Not a drop.
Gotham Zoo elephants.
He says, no. The polar bear's in there with it. What the fuck? It looked like it was in the same paddock.
It kinda
I kinda
did.
doubt it, but leopards.
John Hamner? Bullock, Gotham PD.
What do you want?
I've been checking you out, Hamner. Seems last week your bank account suddenly got bigger by a few grand. So what's the story? I want the truth before I decide to feed you to your furry friends here.
Coercion, blackmail.
It's Gotham.
Yeah. His pants always stays on there, doesn't it?
What are you doing?
That's the big thing. Like, what makes you think he would have come after you?
I was wondering about that earlier when he sent him to kill Hamner.
Yeah.
Like, how would it be conscious enough?
Not the antidote's destroyed now. He doesn't need him anymore.
It was doing kind of this weird rock soundtrack for a second.
You heard it in the very beginning. The intro, they just showed the picture.
You must not have heard it.
It's like a solo.
Yeah. Oh.
Stay down.
Oh, snap.
Obviously no match for you down here. So let's take this to higher ground.
What's that? Hold your fire till I give the word. There. I said no shooting. Let him handle this for now.
Oh, shit.
Good timing.
I know.
So if that electricity wouldn't come and struck that, Batman might have met his match.
Yeah, because he could have swung back.
Yeah.
Batman was getting his ass whooped until.
I feel like he could have like tried to run, but.
I'm innocent.
And
They'll never convict me of a thing.
in 4 episodes, I think we've learned one thing, and it's that Batman is a fucking menace.
Yeah, he is. A full-cutted menace.
We checked the shoreline for miles. But in 4 weeks, there's another full moon. Then we'll know for sure.
I guess I just don't know if I would assume the moon have anything to do with it if it happened in real life.
Fuck no.
You know?
Wait till you see the gym. You'll plot.
All right. This place used to belong to Anthony Romulus, didn't it? Any idea what happened to him?
No, nobody really knows. Strange, ain't it?
That's Harley Quinn's voice. It's like a Tara Reid, or no, that's not Tara Reid. It's Tara Strong.
Tara Strong did Harley Quinn?
You said you really liked this episode a lot. I liked definitely the werewolf stuff for sure, and I like how it was really formidable against Batman. And there was some, I think the conversation, I think to me is interesting, is Romulus, who he used performance enhancing drugs, and the idea of what it making you a monster. Except in this, it's not really metaphorical.
Well, if you ever played with Tren, that makes you a monster.
I have played with it like injected into you.
How there's no other way to play with Tren. What do you think? It's just like
you put it on a train,
a liquid, and
you put it on a train, and it's a literal train, like a choo-choo train.
You sit there,
you know what I mean?
You sit there and sip it up.
I always like when they kind of establish that Bruce or Batman has other relationships in this world, because a lot of times in this show it's just like wham bam thank you ma'am, oh Joker's at it again.
Yeah,
and Batman's there to stop him, and it's kind of cool to see him. And he has that relationship with Romulus. They're lifting weights and spending time at the rec center.
Yeah,
and then he's like, "Oh, well, so and so." He says he'll give him a check if he shows up to take it in person.
Even if they only had one plate on each side and they had the plates on backwards.
Yeah, they don't have time to really divulge a lot of details.
What if it was double-sided though? What if both sides were like that? Because I've seen both. I've seen weights.
Those are only Olympic weights, and those were not Olympic weights. They just had the weights on backwards.
No, yeah, not good.
Because you look at a lot of details in some of these, like the guns. A lot of times, it's
because one guy's got a freaking Tommy gun, another guy's got a full modern assault rifle.
So they don't really pay a lot of attention to details sometimes.
And
then you see a '50s car, and then you see a supercomputer.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a world like what?
It's like a mix of the past, like from the '40s clear up to like 2000s.
I guess it could be kind of like, what if the world didn't change the way it changed here? Like, what if car designs stayed kind of classic, like the old Chevy Bel Airs and shit?
Yeah.
But then the Zeppelins are still flying around. But then you've got fucking Batman and his goddamn
Supercomputer. There's cell phones here.
Yeah, so
There were other things I can't remember that we've seen. It was like, oh, well, that's
because a lot of guys are it's kind of in terms of firearms, almost like that World War II era, where you still had some Thompson guns,
like mafia-esque type things.
but then you see semi-automatic pistols and things. They're not all just revolvers. The shotguns. You got guys with high-powered rifles, magazine-fed and whatnot.
Yeah, you got the 1911s and the
so it's kind of an intermixture. And then the guys got the grease guns and shit. They're running around. So I mean, it just depends. Then you got Mr. Freeze flying around with his fucking cryogenic super weapons. That
things that
fucking freezing people left and right. So
it's like advanced technology that we don't have now.
It's cool though. It's a cool. They don't have a lot of time to really divulge on it in the show, but they're just really cool ideas and themes.
Yeah, I like the amalgamation of like, let's just do whatever we want. And like, it feels like it's the 50s or 40s.
It's a cool world because it's like, classic cars, they still have that kind of look.
Yeah, they don't exactly restrain themselves. If they'll bend it if the story suits it.
Yeah.
And I think it's better
things
for that.
look wonky sometimes, like the helicopters look kind of funny.
And like the SWAT guys.
Yeah,
and like
wearing football pads.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're running around. They're looking like in the Shogun era of Japan with these big fucking square looking shoulder pads and shit. They're coming down from a convention.
Yeah, exactly.
Go and kick some ass.
How'd you guys feel about Romulus' journey? Like, he wanted to be this super athlete, and he achieved this really good life until like the side effects started kicking in.
Yeah, though that's what happened with my life. All through my 20s, I pretty much became the biggest, strongest version of myself I could possibly be, and then my 30s hit, and everything was just like my body was like, no more.
Okay.
And I had a negative my body finally was done.
Yeah.
And my health went to shit, and I've basically been spending my 30s trying to, heal myself and make my body, normal again.
No, I hear you. But it's interesting, like, when you're young and you want those...
When the hunger's there.
Yeah, but if you can get rich and famous and you got with some supermodel girl, you got all these endorsements, probably became more rich because of it, got this mansion, and I wonder if he would say it definitely wasn't worth it. It's like, it didn't divulge into a relationship he had with a woman like it did with kind of Harvey Dent, where like the woman was like a huge part of like the story. Mm-hmm. What I thought was going to happen was he's going to turn and like kill her or some shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, you mean Harvey?
No, Romulus. That's like kill that girl he's with. He was riding a car with.
Oh. She was only there for like a brief second.
Well, yeah, but like
you
right
take her back to the house.
Right when I saw her, I thought, this is what they're going to do.
That's not a chick that he brings back, that sticks around for a while. It's just a fling.
Yeah, but I thought when we saw her that they were going to go down that path. But I was wrong. No, I thought it was pretty good though. Definitely like all the stuff with honestly Romulus' story. I think it'd be cool to have him
He's
back.
kind of an interesting character.
Yeah.
He pops in. And one thing I did notice about the creature designs in this show, and it might be primarily based off Bruce Timm's artwork and how he's designed them.
Yeah.
But if you look at the werewolf and you look at Man-Bat and Killer Croc,
yeah,
they all have a similar look to their jaw and like the way their teeth jut and things. They kind of have that kind of real sharp.
Yeah, I never thought about that. That's a good observation.
You seen the rumors about the next Batman movie coming out? I've heard several different. I heard like they're going to try to somehow do Clayface, somehow do Man-Bat. I heard, of course, Joker. I've heard so many different.
I thought you said Killer Croc at one point. Maybe you didn't. Okay.
That's the thing is that
Clayface, Man-Bat, and I think Joker. Like
Clayface would be so because that movie is very grounded.
I told you if they
oh, you mean like a sequel to the
Batman?
Robert Pattinson. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because they obviously at the end they kind of clue you in that the Joker's in there.
I like that actor better too.
Yeah, I don't know him that well.
I think you've seen him. I know you've seen him in something.
I know what he looks like in real life, but the way they did him up in that movie, he looks extra gangly.
Yeah. They kind of made him because they gave him the really big hook nose and shit.
Yeah, and he's got his big, scarred up face.
They're kind of going a real deep end of like the Joker and the macabre version of him,
like the darker side of everything.
Yeah.
So I don't know, because that movie, like you said, is really grounded. It'd be hard for me to see them, depending on how they do it, bring out someone like Clayface or Killer Croc.
Because I told Shane, if they can do Groot, how Groot has the arms that can shoot out. If they can do Groot, they can do Clayface.
Well, my thing is that pulling him off though in a way that fits the world.
Yeah,
You know what
like,
I mean,
it's,
like establishing that because the Clayface and like say the Burton / whoever the fuck directed the later films trilogy with like Val Kilmer and all that.
he would have worked in that.
Yeah, because it was a little campier, so you have a kind of a cartoony or like something. I don't even say campy or cartoony, but something it's not. It's extraordinary.
I mean, you
It's
see,
an extraordinary.
you saw how they did Penguin. He wasn't a bird. He wasn't a bird man. He was.
Oh yeah, in the you're right about that.
So, like,
if they did something similar, to
they're
that.
figuring out ways to.
But how would he be Clayface? Like, it had to be. I can understand not making him look like a penguin, but is he just going to be a mobster and they call him the Clayface and he just doesn't do it? Does he do anything remarkable?
Obviously, there's going to have to be some kind of accident, or obviously the Daggett's going to have to show up and he's going to have to, start using the cream and everything.
Yeah, like how's he going to be a threat to Batman in the way that makes him Clayface in the hearts and minds of people who watch this show instead of just calling him Clayface? Like the Penguin, he just has to be a mobster and he has to have certain proclivities, I think.
I think the Penguin in that movie is absolutely nothing.
He's
like the Penguin.
He's a guy in a penguin suit. He's a guy. Yeah,
because Danny DeVito, he was the purest penguin with his little fish hands. Yeah. The penguin in here is a purest penguin with the little fish hands. But they took a whole different route, that penguin, and made him just like a badass mobster.
Yeah, because you could take the kind of the solid, grounded Batman Rose Gallery villains are kind of what we've had time.
Yeah, we've seen over and over. And over
you got Batman, you got Joker, Two-Face, Riddler, the Penguin, Catwoman, Bane.
Yeah,
like people like Bane, he can be rolling.
I mean, you saw how they did Bane he wasn't some super juiced up freak. They made him more realistic.
Yeah, he's just a badass.
Because Bane and everything else is like this monster, juiced up, super juiced up, bigger than life creature.
Yeah.
But then in The Dark Knight Rises, they make him very realistic.
Yeah, he's just a dude that's basically on 24/7 painkillers.
Right.
Because of his back. So he's always getting painkillers pumped into his body. So when Batman's trying to fight him, he can't feel anything.
Yeah.
But when he finally gets his shit fucked up at the end, he starts getting in a hurry. Oh, fuck. His back's killing him.
My back hurts again.
When they...
his pain meds are
Actually, that fight, when they start getting to the really fast hooks, is great.
Oh, yeah.
It was great. That's like, they were moving, baby.
Yeah. So, but taking villains beyond that, though, Mr. Freeze, Man-Bat, Killer Croc, Clayface.
Yeah.
Even the werewolf one.
Yeah, so these are villains that it'd be kind of hard to... I mean, you could probably, like, with Clayface, I would imagine something like Jigsaw in the Punisher Warzone movie. I never saw or read Punisher comics that often. I don't know a lot about how that character was.
Yeah.
I'm assuming because it's a Punisher, he's probably just a guy that
Have you seen Warzone?
Yeah.
As how he just goes through like this glass smashing, vat, and it just mashes his face.
Just carves his ass up. Because I think they introduced that character too in the series, the Punisher series.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was his old
military buddy.
Yeah. And he gets doesn't he fuck him up and messes his face all up?
Yeah, because something like he's like smashes his face against the glass and where the merry-go-round is, or something like that.
And because he finds out that he was involved in getting his family killed.
Yeah, he was the main person.
Yeah, so he fucking fucks his ass up. That was one of the best scenes though when he finally gets that.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite Punishers because
it's the end of the first season, right?
Yeah,
and he gets that fucking.
Consider because technically the first season of Punisher is the second season of Daredevil.
Yeah, but he gets that guy that used to be the old intelligence director that got him involved. Like the minute he comes out of that chair and kills his ass, it's so great. Tom Bernthal, it's his name, right?
John
Bernthal. Yeah, he's fucking great.
He's awesome, dude. Yeah.
And the fact is, they take such a aesthetically pleasing guy and just mango his face up and.
Oh yeah, because he was
supposed to be a pretty
guy was in Westworld too. He was in the first season of Westworld.
I know. I've seen him in a lot of.
I don't know his name in The Punisher, but in Westworld, he was the guy that goes to Westworld when Ed Harris was young with him. He was Ed Harris's wife's brother. Was brother-in-law. Remember him?
Yeah, he's dark-haired, good-looking dude.
Yeah, and he leaves his ass there with his Confederate kind of android, whatever the fuck they're called there.
Yeah, because he played Prince Caspian in the Witch in the Wardrobe movies. He was a younger, I
don't remember those movies enough to know.
Yeah, he's like Prince Caspian, he's like this Prince of Persia good-looking dude, and then that he was like this asshole. Yeah,
but he's an asshole in the. Well, he's not so much an asshole until the end of the Punisher.
Yeah, he's fake as fuck.
He's kind of a charmer.
He's a fake ass charmer, and then his true side comes out later.
Turns out to be a real piece of shit.
Yeah, he's just being a fucking scumbag.
Don't
spoil it for me. I might watch it.
Yeah, you already know.
I'll forget.
But-
I always forget. No.
But yeah, no, it's
If you're gonna watch it, make sure you watch Daredevil then Punisher. That or season 1 and 2 of Daredevil, then watch season 1 and 2 of Punisher.
Okay. All right.
but yeah, as far as the Batman Rose Gallery, Scarecrow was kind of a grounded villain too.
Yeah,
You know what's interesting is I did not know until I watched this that he uses that gas he sprays at people and it does a fear toxin thing. I
So
thought
Batman Begins, motherfucker.
I know, but I thought that's how they did it to ground him.
Oh no,
No, it's
how it's always
always been.
They know that, yeah.
Yeah,
and
and
then
then-
Arkham Asylum did it. I'm like, oh, they could borrow that from Batman Begins. That's pretty cool.
like, oh damn it.
I'm like, no, I was
It all
wrong.
originated from right here.
Mr. Freeze is another one that you can't really. It'd be hard to pull off in a reality based.
Yeah, I don't want to see.
Batman.
I don't want to see Mr. Freeze in the.
It depends who played him, and if they didn't do it in a stupid ass way. But he could be like just a scientist who's named Mr. Freeze, and he helps somebody with cryogenics or something. He doesn't. They don't have to go full whole hog,
Right.
where he's got the tank fish jar on his head. And he's
Well, I mean, like, if they can.
They did a fish.
My
swim
question,
around
like,
there with us.
can they do something with him like they did with Bane in the Nolan trilogy? Like, it's not like he's not all blue and cold, and there's something on him that there's some device that he needs that is small and mechanical, and something that gives him something he needs.
I don't know.
Some kind of agent for
out
his
of all
blood.
those other ones, though, out of Croc and Man Bat, etc., I just kind of feel like he'd be one of the more realistic ones or more feasible ones to pull off.
Yeah.
Because he's not a monster.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know because they've already.
I'm
you've
certainly
got-
interested. They can do a Clayface in a way that would surprise me. Like, oh wow, because like Christopher Reeves, he did the. I mean, that first one was great, and he also did.
Well, he could be like a guy who's had like kind of like Javier Bardem in the Bond film in Skyfall, where his
Yeah.
face is fucked up, so he's got that surgical implant thing. That
Oh, it's
piece.
like it's maybe it's just clay or something.
So what? It's just like his face, like maybe his face has been fucked up, and he has shit like that, so that like,
Yeah.
it kind of, but it kind of too much like the Penguin, where it's like, oh, it's because of this.
Well, I mean,
and he just wears an outfit, or his face is just fucked up. They'd have to make him like get a really good guy to play him,
Yeah.
or make him so fucking awesome
Yeah.
to like sell the fact.
Daniel
that-
Day-Lewis.
He came to mind, but I'm like, it can't be Daniel Day-Lewis.
He'll never do something like Batman.
No, he wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't. He's
done.
retired now. He's just making shoes in France.
If you want to live in France, that's
Yeah.
prerogative, I guess.
He's a millionaire.
I like.
so-
I do like croissants.
I guess if you're living in the countryside, it's probably better. You're not
Yeah, it's like beautiful.
You're not living where they
Drinking
protest
wine.
all the time.
The what?
Where they protest all the time.
Oh no! I mean, all the bed bugs. Did you know that there's bed bugs are taking over Europe?
Yeah.
It's just crazy. All right, right here.